so funny. I thought I started this, and I hope I get to say everything as eloquently as I did before. So, the reason why I feel like I did and came to your reading last intuitively at that is that you guys need the most emotional support right now. I, however, am the same. I'm a Taurus rising, and I find that through this reading, it really helps me acknowledge some things I needed to for myself. And that doesn't happen a lot, not even in the reading. So that's a very unique thing. And just want to appreciate any of you out there that are on this tier, which I don't think anyone is at this point. I'm just reading to a potential person. So what I had said before is that, and honestly, no cards have come out yet, so I guess there's maybe a reason for it. And I've been shuffling for like almost 2 minutes. So you, Knight of Wands, looking backward. Not reverse, but just looking backward reminds me of a buffalo. I actually drew a buffalo once Uranus went into Taurus. Why would I do such a thing? I might move around a little so my voice will wane in and out. Nice little moon thing there. So Uranus moves into Taurus. It's not, buffalo is not necessarily a bull. However, buffalo is just kept coming back up in my life. And something that buffaloes do, in opposition of other animals, is that when a storm is rolling in, they run towards it to get over with it, go through it, and get over it. That is kind of what's happening with you. I hope someone listens to this. That's what's happening with you. You are constantly being brought to the edge and being asked if you want to continue to go through or not. You're almost being pushed in somewhat a powerful force, not force, but a powerful force is behind you. This force is something that is a powerful change in your life. You may have read something recently that really connected deeply with you, or you may find that you draw in exactly what you need to see or hear from someone or read, and intuitively you're finding information that pertains to you. And yes, you may be on stimulation overload at some point, so you may need a break, but you also need to learn to ask for what you want in those times, even if it feels extra vulnerable. It's just that you are extremely sensitive perhaps right now. And what is changing, I just picked up the cards to shuffle again, and these cards fell out. Another ace right away. What is changing is that the more you realize that what you want freely comes to you, the more you apply it. And it's more it's being asked of you. If so many people in so many different ways decide to lean on you, you have to be able to do this and confront that, regardless if you regardless of how you approach it. You will find that maybe some people feel attacked. Not that you said it in a way like that, it just may come across that way to them, trigger them perhaps. And this very clear, precise judgment with yourself, people can feel attacked because at the root of codependency, it's like an addiction. It sometimes stems from addiction, and if this is how you feel it all, there's a detox aspect to it, not aspiration, element to it that happens during the recognition of an addiction. You have to go through detox in order to heal. You have to detox your entire system, become balanced. And I'm not saying that you are addicted, however, you could be even realizing what you've been kind of absorbing, the energy that you've been storing for a while may come out rather quickly too. You will realize how when you're more vulnerable to a certain extent, how much you realize you can't really hold on to anything right now. It's the cloud, it's the inspiration that you feel this month that is most important. If there's an Aquarius in your life, you are, they help you reveal why something that you've been working on or put energy into. These people both have crossed arms. Those are pouring out that you didn't realize that through this journey you're subconsciously attached to certain things, the nines. There's a spiral outward effect. Again, we talked about the 6 earlier, so that's the 9 effect, right? Spiral outward. And it's through what you feel when you start becoming even more authentic, because you're again, it's like a forceful way of doing it. And how you feel that even when you're asking for these needs, or if there is a job that's asking too much of you, you may start to resent it, so you may want to see your way out soon. Find something new. Trust that you're lucky. Trust that something will come to you. We'll pray for you. And by the eclipse, the new moon eclipse in Scorpio, right at the end of the month, it'll help you surpass this and go through the healing in a manner that is ace inspired. This path to strength, this path to being private in the ways that are important to you, that you feel like you only trust few people with, to how you choose to be grateful, how you choose to express how you're grateful, how that runs through what you've built and what you've put that energy into and what's changing now. That if you want to really move through this, the eclipse is possibly showing you, so we're asking the eclipse, like, okay, what do you need to know perhaps, right? So just so you know that some questions that come to my mind, not always, but they do. I just kind of let it flow. That these, we have a 4 here, so that these moments of gratitude actually make your boundaries, your protection, this love for yourself stronger. So you might start to become like this anti-bug spray almost, that you're getting, like you're putting up the shield so that there's certain people who are more like, you know, flies that want your attention only when just to bug you or whatever. Sorry, my kitty just came over. He looks like he's about to jump. No. No. I'm just gonna hold him for a minute. So you realize like what needs to be done. It could be an Aquarius that makes and reveals it to you, or a person who is extremely authentic with themselves and maybe you trust, you know, you respect them more than anything, and you have a lot to relate with them. So it's really helpful. There's a Cancer or Pisces in your life. This could be about how they've treated you in a positive way, where there is this appreciation and love for, you might see kitty tail. I do clean this every time, not that I need to justify it. Appreciation and love for the relationships that you have and the ones that you've built and created. He likes my plants. For what you've earned too. I heard something today too, is that when you've earned something, it's harder to mess it up. When some people are just given things that they haven't earned, they tend to either fuck it up or destroy it. And in the same way, in the same breath, people tend to think that you're, just because you're good at something. Also heard this today from an astrologer and psychologist, Jennifer Reed. She says that people just expect you to be good at the things that you come across as good at. And what people don't see is the work behind it all, which is very Libran. It's also extremely Taurian. You guys are more, a little more slow moving and out, give externally or show externally the work that you do, but only in your own curated way, especially Taurus suns. A Taurus moon, you will feel a deep change in your infrastructure, how you treat yourself, how you connect to your, what is important to your emotional, mental health, and how all this relates to that. So Scorpio season may strip you down. Libra season's kind of breaking you down to expand you, so that when you get stripped down, you draw it in and you bring towards you, because you can become a very clean magnet in the next month. A clear magnet for the things that you want and don't want. So, and unpredictable things. So it's important to get very clear with these practices with your mind and your body, like we talked about. There's maybe a struggle to stay disciplined to certain things, but you have to trust that if you allow yourself to feel it, really feel it, and just choose to find gratitude throughout your day in a certain way, and then you'll naturally feel it. Or a way that you can show and show your gratitude is towards your body, is by doing the things that you need to care for it in a way that may need to exert more energy. It may not seem like it, but Pilates and yoga are very hard, and they're exerting your body in a more methodical way, because you have to constantly make sure you're in alignment, right? So it's soft yet difficult. I just love those practices, and I feel like Taurus's, yes, other sources of exertion can be extremely exhilarating and good, but I just find that the combo is great as well. Just putting it out there, obviously. Take it or leave it. You find that you might be approached by certain things that have been, especially with Pluto going direct, that things have been hidden. Things that reveal to you throughout your kind of stubborn nature, your own stubborn nature, in a way that's both positive and negative. You actually see through a lot more bullshit. You just keep seeing through it over and over again. And you find that this very clear sense of, oh, I know this is bullshit, doesn't sway you, doesn't make you do anything that wouldn't be good for your health. You actually find that through this situation, you could feel more stabilized. That's something very important, has become more obvious to you. All right, Taurus, just know that you're strong and you can make it through the change. I see an upward spiral as well. Great change all the time, just making you feel like you're just as amazing as you are, but also not get caught up in being that star, you know? You are one of many stars of the earth, and your time to shine comes in time. Yes. Facing things and allowing yourself to walk away. What's not worth it? What is not worth it? Look at all of this. Look at what you're facing. Look at where you're realizing what's worth it, what's not worth it, what's worth your time and energy, the things that are so important to the road ahead. What also brings you more money, even if you feel like, how is that possible right now? You can still do it. There's a lot of money out there. And there's a lot of things possibly holding you back from feeling more and allowing more to come through. And I think it will come in on the time that you need, and even if it hurts, it's something that helps you gain even more confidence in yourself, confidence in your failures, confidence in your wins, a way that you feel even more responsible for what's being brought to you by who you're becoming and how you handle it. I know that it's all coming in divine time, and the abundance is not without effort, constant effort through many years of commitment, recommitment to what's true to you, what's important to you, how you've been handling things yourself, your past, your grievances. The strength that you need to do that is remarkable, and it's important to acknowledge yourself and also know that you can run with this energy and not let it run you. It's okay to need help in the near future as well. Come the new year, probably you might need some help from some friends on building what you want to build, but you feel lucky that you don't have to do it all on your own. Holy shit, look at all these tens. It's like we're playing rummy. This community, this source of these people that have to do with, could be a Leo, Capricorn, Cancer, yourself, who help you realize who you really are. Leo strongly here as well. There could be a deepening, strengthening and even a conjoining and union, so you might even end up working with this person. But a path that's very intuitive for you, that causes you to have even more material wealth, responsibility, and causes you to speak about and be clear and use that throat. There's so much. I love you.